So, by the way, what's the weather like out there today?
Yeah, showery. I
Showery?
think I.
Yes, sunshine and showers. Get a bit of sunshine and then rain.
Uh-huh.
It's quite warm here. It's quite a nice day.
Oh,
Steve's got a nice day there as well, by the looks.
Yeah.
It varies so much around the country.
so today I was thinking of learning learning some lessons about talking about weather.
Okay.
Weather.
Oh, good.
Oh.
We're good at that in England and Wales. Sorry.
Yes, I suppose you love talking about the weather.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
National pastime.
So let me share a screen so I can write.
I suppose it does depend whether the weather is nice or whether the weather is poor.
Exactly.
Yeah. Weather in Teizang is Kohun. Kohun. Okay. Weather. Kohun. Yeah. And let's talk about rain. Rain as a noun is nguah, mua. Okay? And in English, you have rain as a verb, which is zu. And cloud is may. Cloudy may guy, or some people would say may nim. And when we talk about the sun, we have ni. And the word for sunny is nisa. Nisa. And the word for wind is hui. And when it is windy, we say winung. And what else? What else do I miss?
Snow.
Storm?
Oh, snow, yeah. Snow.
Guess you don't use it very often.
No. Vu, okay?
Ooh.
And here, this vu is the snow as a noun form, okay? And as a verb form, we have vukya. And the word for like fog, mog, foggy, sorry, mokai, and the word for coal, vut. Okay,
Frost.
sorry,
Frost.
frost.
You
I
don't
don't
have,
have that.
no point. You don't have it.
Like what? Frost.
How would you describe frost?
Like ice on the ground. Ice, rain coming down like ice, really, on the ground. No, it's not that. That's hailstone, isn't it?
Frozen dew, really.
Frozen dew on the ground.
Oh yeah. Um, we would say Dai Dui. Dai Dui, okay.
So Dai is frozen, cold, is it?
No.
Oh no.
See, in our country, like in Dahan and Myanmar Moonlight, we don't see frost, but we see early in the winter morning, we have some like liquids, um, like what we say on the fence or on the stones. You can see some liquid because of the cold. So
Right.
let me. Or you can simply say, yeah, the same. We have the closest word for frost, wool, and here for the snow, and wool also because it is solid, right? The common one for some cold, because of cold weather, we have frost or snow, and something that comes down from above, we say Kai or Gia. Gia is falling, snowfall. Okay.
What about storm or monsoon and those sort of things?
Okay. Storm. We say Whitby.
Could you say that again? How do you say it?
Oh, sorry. I'm misspelling. Yeah. Whitby.
Weepy.
B.
Weepy.
Yep. Whitby.
Big wind.
Yep.
Oh, well done, Tony.
Oh yeah.
We describe the force. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why
Mm.
it's like mother wind.
Yeah. What about what do you call it when you get hot and humidity?
Oh yeah. Humid. Humid. Lum ep up. Lum ep up. When the weather is humid, you feel hot and you sweat a lot, right? So we describe like lum ep up. This ep up is like the degree of the heat. And no
How about
wind.
precipitation?
Precipitation.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. It's okay.
That's what the weather. That's what the weather people on the news
exactly.
use.
We actually haven't had hot in there, have we?
No.
Precipitate. Okay. Precipitation is like what? How can you spell that? P-E-R, right?
PRE.
Oh, P-R-E-C-I.
Is
that right?
Yes.
That's right. Yep. Well done.
You're amazing, Michael.
Why?
You can spell better than me.
Yeah.
I got it wrong twice.
This is also Dai Dui. Yeah. Precipitation. Yeah. Dai Dui. You see, we have a limited range of vocabularies to describe things.
Yeah.
That's why some words have multiple meanings and multiple use.
Mm.
And you
So
see,
what is?
okay.
Sorry, I'm just going to ask what the word for hot is. Have I missed that another time?
Hot. Hot
Hot.
is lum.
Oh, I think I know that anyway. Yeah, sorry.
And you see, in English, you have more than one way to describe the weather. For example, cold. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, I know one. This one,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and this one,
Yeah.
this one,
Yeah. Yes. Hmm.
and
You haven't yet mentioned nippy.
what?
Nippy.
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 It's
That's
so
a Northern English one.
cold,
Aha.
it nips
Not
you.
that I know of.
Brass monkey weather.
And don't further.
Cold, chilly, cold, freezing, and okay. But here in Teizang, okay, we have only one word,
Mhm.
or vod or die. And for hot, you say hot, and what else?
Warm.
Roasting.
Roasting.
R-O.
AST.
A-R. Oh,
Right?
sorry. Oh, sorry. No, forget that.
That's it. That's
right.
right.
Yeah.
ING. Yeah.
Roasting.
Yeah.
What?
Roasting.
Burning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boiling.
Baking.
Sizzling.
Baking.
Sizzling.
Boiling.
It's ridiculous,
Yeah.
isn't it?
And what else? Oh, baking.
Good.
I've just realised that the English are very verbose.
Yes.
Some of them are.
I think I might make a mistake. Let me check my dictionary. L-O-L-A-U or L-O-U.
Lousy.
Oh, yeah, lousy.
I see.
No
Oh,
A.
yeah.
Means rubbish.
Rubbish?
Feeling poorly.
It's what our weather usually is, lousy.
Lousy. Lousy weather
Not
Yeah.
good.
and not good bad weather, right?
It's a good word.
Yeah.
Well, I learned quite a lot, but I've forgotten many. So, but you see, in Teizang, okay, we have lum or sa, okay, sa, or you have lum. So the most common ones are these two: sa, lum, ni sa, hua lum. Okay, and when you talk about rain, you have different ways, right? For example, rain and pour, right? It's pouring,
That's
Boring. Yeah.
showering,
Yeah.
and
Drizzle.
Drizzle. Yeah.
is the spelling okay?
Just an R after the D.
Oh yeah, drizzling, yeah. And what else? It's rain, cats, and dogs.
Or steroids.
So my point here is that you have a lot of words to describe weather in English,
Yeah.
but in Teizang, the opposite is true. Okay. So
How'd you say monsoon?
monsoon. Monsoon. what would be the monsoon? The monsoon is like the heavy rain that falls during the monsoon, the wind that brings the rain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or the season from April to October.
Hmm.
We have. Okay, I got an idea. The monsoon would be Tu, okay? The summer would be Kal, and the winter would be Palbi. But you see, we don't have the word. We don't have the words for like spring, okay, and falls like that.
So you consider monsoon to be a season
Yeah.
rather than a kind of weather.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mhm. If there is rain, then you can just say Mua.
Hmm. How about flood?
Oh yeah. Tùy khẳng, tùy chin. Drop.
Yeah.
Qua. Qua khen. Or. Kill. Okay. Very dry. No rain. No water.
That word, Michael, that second word,
Qua.
qua,
Can.
care.
And
So is it qua care?
Can. Yeah. Qua can. Qua kill. Okay. It shows the dryness.
You don't use qua on its own.
No.
Yeah.
When something is dry, then you say kill. Okay. For example, okay. Rhoda.
how do you say the winter one again? Do you pronounce that p or f?
This one?
PH. Yeah.
Pal.
Pal.
Palby.
Palby.
Pal. Yeah,
Pal.
Palby. You can pronounce like Pal.
Yeah.
Palby.
Oh. Mm. Thank you.
And you see, these are the word by word translation. Okay, but we have different. We have some ways to say in the sentence. For example, we know weather, but in when you say you say like nice weather, isn't it? Okay, nice weather, isn't it? Do you say that way?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or it's nice weather. Mm.
Nice
Yeah.
weather, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So if people know the word weather, but if you say nice weather, isn't it, and they won't understand. For non-English speakers, it's very difficult to use in speaking because just because of knowing the vocabulary, it doesn't mean you can say as you like.
Mm.
You have to use them in sentence. So in Myanmar we have let's say the vocabulary booklet where you can learn names of flowers, names of vegetables, names of things, and this and that, and you can memorize them, but you don't know how to use them in sentence.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I believe the same is true
Yeah.
with you. So first thing first, okay, we first go through the vocabularies. So weather is kwahun, okay?
Mhm.
Rain is mua,
Moi.
Yeah. Feel you got the accent. Mua. Yeah.
Moi.
And rain as a verb is muazu.
Moiseau.
Yeah, muazu. Cloud is may.
May.
Yeah. The remember the pitch, okay? The pitch. Like if you say may is stabilizing, the song is stable, the voice is stable. May, right?
May.
If you make it high, if you make it go high, may, then it becomes the fire.
Mm.
Which creates clouds, of course.
May, very stable song. May is for cloud. But if you are unexpectedly make it go high, it becomes may, and it can be the fire or the light, the electricity.
Interesting when you're learning about the tabernacle.
Yeah.
Mm.
May by day
Yeah.
and may by night.
Yeah, exactly.
You say
May by
May.
day, may by night.
Yeah.
May by day, may by night. Yeah.
Mm.
So this shows that the range of vocabularies we have is very poor in Teizang. Okay, we don't have a wide range of vocabularies like Shakespeare's.
You must have well-tuned ears, though, to pitch, mustn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we describe things based on
Yeah.
the tune.
Yeah.
Let me go back to some history. You know this sonnet? Am I right in the spelling?
Sonnet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what? How do you understand? How do you describe this sonnet?
This song. Poem.
Type of
Poem set to music. I don't know.
Exactly. I think it's double N.
It might be double T.
Double T?
Not sure.
No. Just double N.
Okay.
So a poem with 14 lines which rhyme with each other in a fixed pattern.
Okay.
So you see, in the time of our forefathers, in Teizang, let's say, they would say everything. They would use these sonnets for expressing their feelings and describing so many things. When you feel sad, and you use the sonnets to describe your sad feeling. And when you for example, when you express your love to someone, then you use the sonnets. And when somebody dies, and the bereaved family use these sonnets to describe their sorrow, to express their sorrow and their mourning. And when you shoot, let's say, a tiger, and then you use a sonnet to describe your happiness and your joy. So we, the Teizang people, we have like kind of a habit or the practice of describing things using the pitch. Okay, the voice, the way you twist your voice uh, shows the feeling and describes so many things. Like we used to discuss. Okay, the only if you just look at the spelling, then you are more likely to make mistakes. Gum, 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 gum. Okay, gum is mouth. Sorry. First, it's mouth. Gum, it's something that gets over. Okay, and gets over or stop. Okay, and then gum is also luck. Sorry. And like Irish accent, it's look. Sorry, am I right? Look.
Look, the Irish.
The Irish, yeah. So see, we have the exact same word with different with some variation in the pitch, and the meaning becomes diverse or different. So, gum, gum, okay, stable, the stable song, the stable pitch, gum, and going down quickly and suddenly, gum, gum, it gets over, sorry, to stop, and then slowly rising, okay, slowly rising like this, gum, gum, it becomes luck. So we use the variation of our pitch quite a lot.
Just a quick check. Are there ever any bad words that mean something completely different if you say them differently? Because that would be dangerous for us.
Yep.
Words to be very careful with. I think we need a list of those.
Especially the. Okay, you see, we have some jokes and some comedy about the words and the pronunciation in the Bible. You see, let me write, which we should be very careful when we pronounce them. More than very careful. But
we have fun with your word damn.
Okay. I apologize in advance, and because it might sound very bad.
Okay.
I think Tony's right. We need to know, though.
Exactly. You see, we are very, how do we say, we are very loose in terms of these rules. Because even the native Teizang people, we make a lot of mistakes, and every mistake you make becomes funny, and it's a joke. You see, like Rhoda just mentioned, it's very difficult for children to pronounce and to learn this variation in the sound. But later on, as time passes, and they automatically master the difference, and they can learn. But
difficult to teach. It's just experience, I guess, isn't it? That you gradually go to understand. Yeah.
That's why you see teaching Teizang to English is very difficult.
Yes.
You see, for me, teaching English to the Myanmar people quite easy. Because I already have, you see, I already have the Myanmar background. That's why. And I'm more accustomed to the Myanmar culture, the lifestyle, and the practice, and the Myanmar way of thinking. But teaching this language this Teizang into English is a different matter.
Yeah.
Because we don't the way we say things and the words we choose is very different. Like when you swear, for example, I think I've told you this one. Swearing, the word for swearing. Let me write down. So okay. Have you ever heard of this phrase? Swear to God.
Yeah, sure.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm telling you the honest truth
And
on my mother's life.
Yeah.
Yep. And when somebody doesn't seem to believe what you're saying, then you see, like in American, okay. And in Myanmar, in the Burmese language culture, the direct translation for swearing, thunder, may the thunder strike me. And for the Chin people like us, I dare cut my head. So these are the words for swearing in Myanmar. May the thunder strike me, or I dare cut my head. This for Chin. But you see, in Teizang language, we say the direct translation for Teizang swearing is I dare cut my head. But if I say this to you, and then it might mean very different and strange. And the same when I say this to the Myanmar people in Myanmar, and they might get goosebumps.
I think one common expression I've heard even from Christians is "Oh God" or "Oh my God," and it's as though they don't realize that in English, it's as though they haven't translated what it means in English because it's blasphemy.
Yeah. So quite a lot of people, quite a lot of second language speakers, you see, English as second language speakers, they simply use "Oh my God."
Yeah.
And sometimes the situation is not appropriate. And very difficult for us to differentiate the exact time and condition to use this. Oh my God, oh my God.
Yeah, OMG is used on Facebook posts a lot.
Exactly.
From Myanmar people. Yeah.
Exactly. OMG, OMG. They easily use this OMG. You see, a lot of people think this OMG shows a simple surprise.
Yeah.
That's why they easily use OMG. But you see, on one condition, if I tell people and not to when to use and when not to use this OMG, and I might get a lot of bad comments and feedback.
Yes.
So
it's very hard for us to read without seeing what's behind it, but I guess that's just not seen in Myanmar by people.
It is interesting that when, as a Christian, when you hear that, you instantly react to it. I find I do, even though it's a very common thing in English for non-Christian people to say. But whenever I
So
hear that
uh-huh.
from someone in the Chin Hills, who they say it, and clearly, if they knew literally what it meant, they'd be horrified.
Mm.
But they only see it as a curse, not realizing what it actually means.
So what does it actually mean, the OMG? And when is the best time to use it?
I don't think we'd ever use it from a Christian
Oh.
perspective because it would be misinterpreted.
Oh,
Someone would think you were blaspheming, even if you meant it genuinely. It would be very hard to justify using it. I think best to leave it out of vocabulary completely.
The only time it would be in like private communication with God, isn't it? Private prayer, as in a psalm.
Oh,
To God. We wouldn't use it in everyday language at all. It would be like swearing, badly swearing, wouldn't it?
But it is extremely common, Michael, in English speaking unbelievers. Very, very.
I think that's also because of the Americans.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah. See, they easily use Jesus and things like that. Christ.
Yeah.
The Roman Catholic people do that a lot.
They do, and they even bring their saints in as well. Mary, Joseph.
Yeah, and Mary.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mary and Joseph, like this.
Would Buddhists ever use Buddha as a curse word?
When for exclamation, okay, when you are very frightened and very surprised with bad things, then yes, they say, "Oh, Buddha," for bad situation.
That's interesting.
When you make when you stumble, okay, when you're walking and when you stumble or you're about to fall, then they say the Buddha. Oh, Buddha.
But they would mean help me, wouldn't they, rather than
like that.
Yeah.
You see, may I suggest? Okay, if I explain this to people in Myanmar, then they are more likely to have you see a bad perspective on me, and they might misinterpret what I really mean. So the best thing, in my opinion, would be maybe the English-speaking people like you. If you write, okay, the explanation, and then maybe send it to me. Then I will screenshot it and I will post on my Facebook. Then it has more, like say, influence, and
we'll
more acceptable, acceptable for the non-English people. Because we have a different view on the native English people. Whatever you say is considered the best. Yeah, right.
We'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people like us, we are just accustomed to using this without realizing what it really means. So that's our problem. It has become like a common norm. So, like I was saying, if you write something about the explanation of when to use and why to use and why not to use in English, then I can publicize it. But if I do it myself, a lot of people would say something bad about me, like being bossy, like Mr. Know-all.
Yeah.
Mr. Clever.
Yeah, Mr. Clever. These are the most likely common feedbacks I might get. But if the English speaking, like the native English, like you say and you write, and it's all acceptable for non-native. That's why I used to say that we have a different view, a different perspective on you. You have more influence than us. If I explain something like English words, and some people they still might have doubt because I'm not English.
Mm.
But if you say and that you are English, and they will accept 100% because you are English. That's the way.
Yeah, makes
The
sense.
way the ball bounces. The way it is in Myanmar. The problem we have with English in terms of you see among the non-English people. So these OMG should be carefully explained and publicized, and it is a must, in my opinion. It is a must because we simply use it, not thinking about the real meaning. For us, the OMG becomes like an emoji on the Facebook keyboard.
And to be fair, that's how kids use it in this country.
It is, yeah, no idea, yeah.
It's just not that they probably don't know what it's really saying now. It is just an expression of surprise.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of young people. You see, I teach the high school students in private schools, private boarding schools. So a lot of young people, they love using this OMG on this Facebook when we chat OMG. So there must be something. We've never been told. Okay, we've never been told about this. So till today, quite a lot of people are still using. So we will be the first to tell them. So another problem is that the English has quite a lot of words. That is one thing that you see that makes us, you see, how do we say, complicated. So if you have simple words and very few words, then it might be easier to understand and use them more correctly. When you have quite a variety of word choice, then this is one reason people can really understand what it really means and the right time and the right place to use the word. So for us, the second language speakers, impossible to understand the origins. So if you want to really understand the origin, you have to study the linguistic features and the history. So and then for that, quite a lot of people can't take time off for that.
No.
So just the correct translation is quick and you see. So people would love to learn more quickly, not caring about the origin and what it might sound to some people.
Yeah.
The word for stop raining, I think you have let up. What? Let up.
Yeah, it's letting up or it's let up.
Yeah, let up. Right. Do you use that?
A bit.
A bit. So, stop raining. The rain has stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Letting up would say that it's having a break from rain. If it lets up, it implies a short time, I think.
Oh. Let up.
Yeah, so you've had really heavy rain for ages, and then it calms down a bit.
Okay.
You'd say it's let up.
Oh, yeah.
It probably still means it's still raining, but not as much.
me, when I say it's showering, and what does it mean?
Intermittent. Some-
Short bursts of rain with gaps in between.
Showery, ERY we would say.
Showery.
Showery.
Like day, you have rain for about 5 minutes, and then it stops for a few hours, and then you have another bit of
Oh.
rain for 10 minutes, then it stops for a few hours, and
In our way, we'd say intermediately precipitative.
seafood.
My word.
Goodness gracious.
Oh my.
So we don't have the word for this. That's why. Showery.
For heavy rain, we would say it's teeming down. You heard that one?
Team down.
Pouring.
Yeah.
It's
Pouring.
teeming down.
That's a bit like
Pouring.
cats and dogs. Yeah.
It's a downpour.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
well, that's good. Yeah.
As opposed to spitting.
It's crazy how many we've got, isn't it?
What is the what? Okay, showery.
Here's a good one. Do you know the word for sleet? Sleet is a mixture of snow and rain together.
Oh yeah. Sleet.
It's neither one thing nor another.
Yeah.
You see, do you use sprinkling for rain?
Occasionally. The gardener might.
Yeah, we had a sprinkling.
The scatter small drops of rain,
Yeah.
but you don't get really wet.
Yeah. It would be the kind of thing that a gardener would moan about because it wasn't enough to do any good.
Exactly. So you
Hardly
can see.
baptism.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Not immersion.
Mhm.
We have two types of baptism in Myanmar, okay? Like the sprinkling and immersion.
Yeah, we have both.
Uh-huh.
Immersion is
So
relatively.
it is raining lightly, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So which one do you prefer to write? Sprinkling or raining lightly?
But drizzling would be that sort of word.
Yeah.
Drizzling?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So the reason is I want to give you the Teizang word, that's why.
It's a bit like honey on a biscuit, isn't it?
What fin? What pin? Okay, what fin?
Fin.
Fin, yes, fin. What fin?
Fin.
Sorry. This lightning, then we say qua Philip. Qua Philip. Okay? Qua Philip.
Go on, Bernard. Did we have thunder?
No, we haven't.
Thunder is for the sound.
Yeah.
I think it's just where you are, Tony.
Thanks, Steve. It's so hot here, that's why.
How do you say thunder strike?
Thunderclap.
Sorry?
Thunderclap.
Clap. Yeah, yeah. Like this. Clap.
Yeah. Well, I was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we say Van Ning. Van is the heaven. The heaven is making a noise.
That's
The heaven
good.
is making a sound. Van Ning.
Yeah, we might say something like God's moving the furniture sometimes. So
God's moving the furniture. Oh,
Stupid boy.
Thunderclaps Van Ning. Okay, there's lightning.
We would often say it's thunder and lightning
Wow.
for a
And then
storm.
you combine Hua Philip, Van Ning. The song is Van Ning, and the lightning is Hua Philip. Philip is like the electric bulb which is not functioning very well. Like
Flashing.
Ah, flashing.
Flickering.
yeah,
Flickering.
flashing.
Mm.
The weather is flashing.
Yeah.
And what else?
Did we have hail?
Hail?
That's
Oh,
frozen ice.
yeah. HAIL, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Like they had in Egypt.
Oh yeah.
Here, hail. How do you say in sentence
Just
when
that.
there is hail?
It's hailing.
Yeah,
It's hailing.
it's hailing. Yeah.
Hailstones, we often say.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Niel kia. Raindrops becoming ice, right?
Yeah.
And it's falling like ice stone. Niel kia. Which we never see.
Or snow.
Yeah.
But when we were in Aizol, one day we saw the hail.
Wow. Whoa, that's surprising.
On the third day of on the third day in Aizol. On our third day, yeah.
Wow.
It was raining and containing hail. The hailing comes fast
Ooh.
and preceded by the rain. And what else?
I think that's it.
That's it.
I think so.
Let me in.
We did storm, didn't we?
The wind is blowing, right? The wind is blowing.
blowing a gale.
Gale.
Sorry?
Blowing a gale. That's a lot of wind. A
Oh,
windy day.
the wind is blowing the simply, right? This is the simple one.
Mm-hmm.
Then hui nung. Okay? And when there is very strong wind, do you use a strong wind?
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
Then we say hui bi nung na. It can destroy your house.
Okay.
Hui bi nung. I got wet in the rain.
Yeah, we'd use a word like drenched or soaked.
Yeah. Soak. Soak, right. Caught up. I was caught up in the rain.
Cool.
Do you use this?
Maybe just caught.
Caught.
I was caught in the rain.
Caught, not up.
No.
I think I would
Okay.
say that. Yeah.
I was caught in the rain. Okay.
Yeah.
That's normally an expression of surprise. I didn't expect it to rain, and unexpectedly it did, and I didn't have anything to protect myself.
Yeah. You see, I was on my way. I was on my way home, and I was riding at the and then it started raining suddenly, and so I was caught in the rain, right?
Mm.
Going on the-
Yeah.
Good. And what else? What's the weather like today?
Mhm.
Tuni kohun ahoya, or you can say tuni kuapaya. Today, the word for today is tuni. Okay, kohun is weather, nice. Hoi is nice. So, what's the weather like today? Tuni kohun ahoya, tuni kuapaya.
You have a word for forecast.
Oh yeah.
What's it like tomorrow?
What's the weather? What's the forecast for tomorrow? Right. You see, one problem with the talking about the weather in Myanmar is we don't rely much on the weather forecast.
Because you don't need it, you can tell.
No. That's a long history.
Mm.
The mistrust between the public and the government sector.
Yeah.
Long story.
Mm.
It's a bit like economical. The relating to the economy, like the business. You see, simply put, some traders, let me say, some traders when they want to trade their goods on a boat, then they get help from the weather department, and then they announce, oh, the weather forecast for tomorrow is very bad, and it's everyone is reminded and requested to stay home. Then the traders can go freely. So from because of this, quite a lot of people don't trust the weather forecast.
Okay.
It's like business.
Yeah, you make it up. Yeah. So if we wanted to say it's a fine day today, would we use the word hoi?
Yep.
For fine, yeah.
So if you would say it's a fine day, right? Then you say Du ni qua hun hoi a. Or you can say du ni qua pa a. Pa. Qua fa, okay? Qua fa is for a good one. So these are the common ones we used to talk about the weather and the words we discussed previously. So let me read out. Okay, let me read them out. Number one, it's raining. The what zue. It stops raining, and for Teizang we say what sell. And sometimes you would say what sell da. Eh? The situation, the condition now is different. It was raining a couple of minutes ago. Now it stopped raining, so the condition has changed. That's why the change in condition can be described with da. It's like now. It stopped raining now. What sell da? The rain has stopped. What sell? You can put da. It's showery. What is what? The raining likely would be what feel. And if there's lightning, you say qua Philip. Okay. And the thunderclaps, van, ning, ning. Okay. And the hireling, miel kia, because it's falling down. We say kia. And the wind is blowing, simply hui nung. Okay. And if there is strong wind, you say hui bi nung. Or sometimes you can simply describe hui nasia mama, nasia mama. Very, very strong. Nasia mama. We have some adverbs to learn. The adverbs in Teizang, which are very confusing. So I leave them for later class. We have quite a lot of adverbs. Here, mama is the adverb, right? So hui binung, you can simply say it's strong wind. If the wind is very strong, and you say hui nasia mama, nasia mama. Okay. I got wet in the rain, and what god, ing means eyes. I was caught in the rain, what in ongdil. Or you can simply say buok, what in buok. Buok is like pouring water on somebody. You pour water on somebody. So like a metaphor. What in ongdil or what in buok. Then what's the weather like today? Tuni kohun ahoy ya. Tuni kohun ahoy ya. Okay. Or you can simply say Tuni kwa afahia. Tuni kwa afahia. And the weather is bad. You say kwa sia. You can fully say kohun sia, or you can just omit the hun kwa sia. It's fine day today. Tuni kohun hoi a. Tuni kwa hun hoi a. Or tuni kwa pa a. Okay. when the sun rises, you say 你所大，你所。And when the sun sets, you say 你东。Okay. 你东。
Michael, can I ask you number 2 and number 3?
Okay.
How do you say the second word? SEU.
Cell.
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 Noir.
Moi cell.
Noir.
Moi cell. Cell.
Cell.
CL.
Deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to sound like Chinese. CL.
Yeah, yeah.
We have
CL.
Chinese origin. The Tibetan bourbon.
So it rhymes with meow, then I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Meow.
Yeah.
Well, how do you write the owl bit then in meow? Sorry.
Cell. L.
M-I-O. M-I-O double.
Does that mean cats have their origin in China?
Thanks, Celia.
Maybe. Who knows?
Mm.
And when it gets dark, when it becomes dark, you say 火星. And when the dawn is broken,
Mhm.
When the dawn breaks.
breaks, let's say, breaks.
The crack of dawn.
Oh, the crack of the Kovakta. Dawn breaks. Wow. Kwazing. Okay. When it gets dark, Kwazing. The dawn break, Kwavak. The sun sets, the sun rises. So for the sun rises, you say Iswak. Swak is it becomes apparent. It becomes visible. And also a female animal giving birth is also swak.
Huh?
Becoming something. Swak. I became a Christian. Okay, Christian swak. And tum is also enter. The sun sets, the sun enter. To its
What did
gate.
you say? Was exit.
Sorry?
Did you say, what did you say? Dum was exit.
Tum.
Dum.
Tum is enter.
Enter. Sorry.
But when we use the tum with the sun, then it becomes the sunset.
Ah.
Goes back to its place.
Oh, yeah.
Like a lion entering the cave.
It's interesting.
Mm.
Very descriptive.
Mm.
Yeah.
It is. I like that.
And it gets dark, quasi. Everything dark, quasi. Va is, you can see clearly light. So dawn breaks, Quavakta. Here, this VAK, Va, can have multiple meanings depending on the way you pronounce. Va, okay? Va, stable sound, Va. Then you say Va, then go out. And Jesus fits a lot of people at Va. When you light a candle, then Va, Mei Va.